Để lại gai, ปิดพลัง hơi. Hãy cho mình cái giúp mình thấy chuyện ná.
Bật thời ta bật cùng ta hả?
Bà gì?
Chạy từ mặt lịch
Nè. Yeah. Chẳng ngáo là nè hai đây cổ mịch nó mệt nói khăn mấy chẳng ngáo lại.
mày mua bạn gì mày làm thế đó? Bạn gì mày ôm bạn?
Nó bọc phẹp ống nó.
Bạn ôm bạn có cho bạn mình làm ôm này.
Alo. Alo. Alo.
What is up, guys? Welcome to the Gaming Careers YouTube channel. My name's Pete, and today I'll name our filter if we wish to, but I'm moving out, our microphone. Select filters, and a new window should pop up. Filter setup. So to add our first filter, we can click the little plus icon here and select noise suppression. We can now name our filter if we wish to, but I think it is pretty well named as it is, so I'm going to leave mine as noise suppression. And as soon as I click the OK button here, you're going to be able to hear a difference in my microphone straight away, because it's going to be applying the default noise suppression, the noise suppression levels that it has as the default settings. So if you listen carefully, you should hopefully be able to hear the background noise disappearing when I press gone. Hopefully that was a clear enough difference, and you can now hear that a lot of the background noise from my microphone has been removed. But you should minus the What is up, guys? Listen back to the recording. For me, silent when you don't speak, so absolutely no signal gets through when you aren't speaking. Now this might sound similar to noise suppression, but it's a useful setting to have, as it completely shuts off your microphone when the level goes below a set amount, and then it re-enables the microphone when a certain level is reached again. This allows for complete silence when you aren't speaking. To add a noise gate, we'll go to the plus icon again and select noise gate. Now when I hit OK, the noise gate will be applied, and you might hear some differences. Now when I hit OK, the noise gate will be applied, and you might hear some differences in my voice, but the real thing that we want to be able to do is to look at our levels in OBS. So I'm going to click OK, and then I'm going to move the window. The first two settings are close threshold and open threshold. So what we're going to be doing here is playing around with these settings, and we want to be looking down here at this green bar to make sure our microphone is turning on and off when it should be. Close threshold, the first setting, this is a level in decibels at which your microphone will mute itself at. If the audio level is below this threshold, close threshold, the first what we're going to be doing for a few words and then being completely silent for a few seconds.
Hello.
And what you want to try and achieve is that when you speak, the microphone levels down here goes green, and when you're silent, the microphone levels completely die out to absolutely zero. And you're going to need to play around with these settings, the close threshold and open threshold, until you can achieve that. For the absolute best results, what we want to be doing is setting a close threshold above the noise volume and an open threshold just slightly below the voice level of your voice when you're speaking into your mic. If you are finding that your microphone isn't picking up when you are talking, then what you're going to need to do is reduce the open threshold until it does. If you are, however, finding that your microphone isn't going silent when you stop speaking, then what you're going to need to do is increase the close threshold. Keep playing around with these two settings until you get the exact levels in which you need to. The defaults are actually pretty decent, so I'm going to leave these as they are, but that's quite unique when you do start speaking and definitely shuts down when you do stop speaking. The last three settings here are attack time, hold time and release time, all of which are measured in active to start activating the microphone. Hold time is the amount of time your microphone will be trying to turn off in between words, which for the OBS filter to actually turn off your microphone much more natural. Normally the default settings for these, but agree that my microphone is already sounding quite a lot better, and the next thing that we're going to be adding is a compressor. Now a compressor is a really useful tool for what a compressor will do is so to add a compressor, the settings that you apply here for the click compressor and you've stopped making such a loud noise. So to add a compressor, we're going to do the exact same as we have done so far. Go down to the plus icon, click compressor and name it whatever you'd like. Now, like most of the audio settings in this guide, the settings that you apply here for the compressor are going to completely depend on, how your voice sounds, how loud your voice is, what microphone you're using, what acoustics you're in, what your room shape is, all these kind of things. So these settings really are going to be completely to do is play around with them and get something that sounds good for your stream. To 10, but if I set this to say 2, this would mean that when the compressor kicks in, it will reduce the amount of noise, the amount of volume coming from your microphone by half. If you set this to 4, that's going to be twice as much compression, so it's going to compress it by even more than that. So 2 is a very low setting, 10 is quite a high setting, but you need to set this to whatever ratio you want the compressor to compress your voice by when it is enabled. The threshold in decibels, this is the threshold at which the compressor will kick in. You need the compressor to kick in at, so it is much too high of a level and you actually want it to kick in at a lower level, or it's a higher number of decibels, but that's because it's negative, but at a lower level like -30. You need to play around with this setting and choose something when you want the compressor to detect that high volume. And the release is how quickly in milliseconds you want the compressor volume to return back to normal once the loud volumes have calmed down. The output gain, finally, this is just simply a gain. We're going to be looking at adding a gain filter anyway in the next step. So we can leave this at default and I'll be showing you how to add a gain filter if you need one in the next filter. As with before, I do recommend playing around with these settings here whilst you need one in the next filter. As with before, what your microphone sounds like with certain different settings here for the compressor. Try raising your voice a few times like you might do when you're live streaming and a little bit clean software compressor filter. And this is just purely a way to be able to boost or reduce your microphone's volume. Name it whatever we would like. And then here we can set a boost volume or a reduction in volume if we need to. So obviously if your microphone is super quiet and you need to add a boost here, that is how you do it. Once you're happy with all your filters, you just click the cog icon and then hit filters, and all 4 of them are there for you to play around with again. Hopefully by this point you now have a great filter that we're going to add is the cog icon and then add a boost here. That is how you do it. Once you're happy with all your settings, you can just click close. And again, if you want to go back into any of your microphone filters, you just click the cog icon and then hit filters, and all 4 of them are there for you to play around with again. Hopefully by this point you now have
Hello. 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 Even in chiếc 123 Alo. Alo. Bật chỉ cho bà lọ men. Alo. Alo. Yes. 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 Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, 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 okay. Mùi pi, mùi pi, bay, bay. Mùi pi bay, mùi pi bay, mùi pi bay, mùi pi bay. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you. Good. Good, good. Good, good. Yes, yes. Okay, right now we successfully for the grand sound audio in the OBS. Yeah, CC, peace out. Yeah, 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 peace out.